From our studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee. Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee, coming to you from our studios right here, Arnold's Park Amusement Park. I have here with me today Holly Zinn Hample. She's the education director. Holly, I had to stop there for a second. It's been a while since I've interviewed you.
It's been a bit, yeah.
And there's a name added there.
There is, yeah. Recently married.
Yeah. Well, you are the education director at the Pearson Lakes Art Center. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
My goodness. You've had to deal with, I've interviewed Bob and Rochelle and Danielle and all the things since last March of having to, we can't do this. How can we get around performing arts, all that stuff, exhibits. We've all had to figure out, we got to keep this going.
Right.
And I'm sure it's been the same for education there.
It has. In the beginning, we were kind of that almost day one of Art Center doors closed. Really, it was, what can we do to keep art education going in Northwest Iowa? How do we stay connected with our audience? Yeah. So with that, our Art to Go bags were born.
Well, let's talk about it. Art to Go. What was that exactly?
We were thinking about all the restaurants that had started to do, food to go and pick up.
Right.
And we're like, what if we did just art supplies free to pick up? And we didn't know what the response would be like, and we were blown away that first week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm sure families were ready to, so the kids, it's educational and they enjoy it as well.
Yes. We put together some materials and a little lesson with several projects they could make. And it was 50 bags, I believe it was, that first week, and they were all gone by the morning.
Wow. That's pretty
just
cool.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, we think we can do this again next week. And then for 9 weeks, it continued.
Wow. And every week?
Every week the bags were gone.
Yeah.
We did up to 70 bags a week.
When was this? Midsummer or fall? Or?
This was that mid-March to the end of April.
Okay, so towards the beginning of this
into May,
mess,
actually.
as I like to call. Okay.
Yeah, into May. And then we estimated there was 545 people served with that. So that felt really good.
I was going to say that it had to make you feel good that you had the supplies, you were able to fill a need, and people were grateful to get it.
Yes. Yeah. It felt like they were excited. I'm sure parents were loving having something and a video to go along with it. We did a video each week on Facebook to go with the lesson. So I kind of talked the students through the project.
You were still teaching?
Yep, we were trying to still teach.
Very good.
And connect with the community. So.
All right. Well, as we move forward here we are 21. Thank you for getting us to 21. Moving forward, what kind of educational opportunities are you doing for the kids or for adults, whatever?
Yeah, so we've been able to follow our planned schedule as far as themes, timeframes, dates for our youth classes. So in the school year timeframe, we have our after school classes, our preschool art program. Okay. And those have been able to continue with a few roadblocks, of course, but it's also led to some opportunity. We added our 2 to 3 o'clock class for any students that are homeschooling. We've had a large tradition of students that homeschool and come to us throughout the years, but this time frame we hadn't had before, 2 to 3.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's been an influx of some of that during this time as well.
Certainly. There has been students that are traditional homeschool and new homeschool, online, virtual, that are able to come into the Art Center safely and have face-to-face class, which is really, really nice. And they get to see and interact with other students there. Yeah.
Have you had to limit any numbers or anything on the class? I mean, you got nice big classrooms there at the Art Center, but have you had to limit a little bit?
Yeah, in the studio we have limited, we used to take 20 per class. Okay. We've limited that. In the beginning, it was 9 with an instructor, being 10, and now we've limited that to 15 per class.
Yeah.
So,
well, you can keep them separated there, far enough apart, and doing the mask thing then as well. Okay.
Masks are required in our classes.
Yeah.
The good news is we have a table for pretty much everybody in the studio. So it's also nice because they get a little more room than they used to.
Yeah, a little elbow room for, exactly.
So there's benefits and a little more one-on-one than even before. So that's a benefit as well.
Wonderful. So moving here late winter into spring, classes are available then? And
yes, we have moved to online registration. And with that registration, you can go right to our website, lakesart.org.
Right.
Look under the education tab, and you can read through the class descriptions and sign up right then and there for 1 or 2 classes or the whole semester, whatever fits your schedule. And the nice part, when you sign up online, you can kind of get that email notification too as a little reminder. And put that in your calendar from there. So it's been really nice to have that. You can also call or stop in and register though as well. So that's also available.
But can you see the variety of classes that are available? You know,
we have the whole month of February. We'll be doing a 4-week class, which is a little bit different. We typically do 2-week time frames for classes.
Right.
But the whole month of February, we're going to be doing some wheel throwing and mixing it with weaving. So they're going to do a beginner's pot on the wheel. I'll guide them through that, and then after that's been fired, we're actually going to do basket weaving on top of it to make it taller, more interesting, kind of a mixed media piece. So those will be really fun. I'm looking forward to that.
What is there an age group for that that you specify, or?
So those that project will be available for teen art, which is 7th through 12th on Wednesdays, either the 2 to 3 or 4 to 5 o'clock. Also, Tuesdays are 3rd through 6th graders, and 2 to 3 or 4 to 5. The mini Michelangelos, which are our littlest, they come on Thursdays, and that's K through 2nd grade. They will also be doing clay, just not with the intense weaving that the older students are doing, but really, really fun lesson there as well.
I think that's a good lesson right there.
We'll be doing a little bit of introduction to the weaving, with the clay. So, and then after that, we have printmaking on ceramics. So still joining more than one medium together. And then we go through the end of April with classes. So those will also be watercolor, pen and ink, and monochromatic paper sculptures. So as you hear, we do a variety of media every single semester. So and then May is kind of that transition to get ready for summer classes.
And let's hope that as we get that close, when you usually have like the, all school show and everything, that it'd be so nice. Which reminds me, our Dickinson County All School Show will be up that mid-March to April, and also this year we'll do a PLAC art show for the students who have made works in our classes. So that'll be up at that same time frame, about that March to April, in a gallery on display. So anyone who's made works in our classes, their artwork will be on display for family, friends, anyone stopping through. And I say it so often, but aren't we lucky to have an art center, the Pearson Lakes Art Center, in our size of community? I mean, it's so fortunate for not just the kids, but for everybody involved.
It is. It really is. And I always wanted to work somewhere fun, within my passion and
in your wheelhouse, and
what a better fit. So
I think you nailed it. All right, well, Holly, I appreciate you coming in, and again, it's lakesart.org to look up all the classes, and hopefully we'll be talking performing arts and everything here before.
Crossing our fingers pretty soon.
Fingers, toes, whatever you got to cross, go ahead and cross them. All right, Holly Zinn Hample's been here with us, again, the education director at the Pearson Lakes Art Center. check it out. Get some great classes for you, your kids, and everything. It's always a wonderful time at the Pearson Lakes Art Center. We thank Holly for joining us. We thank you for joining us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Pure Fishing in Spirit Lake, Last Touch Painting and Cleaning, providing interior, exterior, house painting, and professional cleaning services in Spirit Lake. Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services. Advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Attorney Bethany Brands at Brands Law Office in Spirit Lake. Ruthven Locker at the Lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji. The YMCA of the Okobojis is the Bedell Family YMCA, building strong families and strong communities.